Close your eyes and let your imagination take flight. Can you hear the clink of wine glasses on a sun-drenched terrace in the Mediterranean? Feel the cobblestones beneath your feet as you wander through a hidden European village. Or maybe you're watching the sun dip below the horizon from the deck of your river cruise with your loved ones by your side. I'm Dianna Janis, your travel stylist and founder of Style for You Travel. And I'm the host of Styled for Travel. I help turn those daydreams into styled escapes, crafted with heart, purpose, and just that right touch of luxury. Welcome to Styled for Travel, where every episode is your boarding pass to inspiration, and every journey ends in unforgettable memories. Hey, welcome back to Styled for Travel. I'm Dianna, your travel stylist, and today we're getting into a topic that I care deeply about. Splurge or save? What's worth the money and what's just added noise? Because listen, spending money on travel is never a problem. Wasting it is. So I'm breaking down where to invest and where to skip, and sharing a story about someone who learned the hard way what not to cheap out on. So why styled spending matters. Styled travel is about more than pretty views, Instagram moments, and good lighting. It's about being intentional with how you spend. Not every upgrade is worth it. Not every deal is a smart save. And if you don't know the difference, you can end up overspending and under-enjoying. We all want our money working for our experience. We don't want to just pad someone else's bottom line. So, where should I splurge? You might be thinking. Well, let's start with what I find personally to be smart splurges. The things that actually elevate your trip. So, private airport transfers. If you've had a really long flight, the moment you land, you are tired. You are wrangling luggage. You just want to start your vacation. Having a driver waiting with your name on his side, instant calm. He takes care of everything. Room upgrades. When you're actually going to use the room. Balcony on a cruise? Yes. Ocean view and sanatorium when you're soaking in the view every morning? Definitely. But don't splurge on luxury suites if you're literally just going to be there sleeping. 3, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Private food tours, sunset sails, cooking class with a local chef. These are the things you will remember. These are the stories you will tell 20, 30, 40 years down the road. Flight upgrades for long hauls. Red eye to Europe? That extra space could change the entire trip. Arriving rested is sometimes the best luxury there is. And 5, travel insurance. It's not sexy. It's not glamorous. But let me tell you, this is the one thing that matters. We will come back to that in a second. So where can you save without having regrets? So there are lots of areas you could totally cut costs without cutting your joy. Here's how. 1, fly economy for the short flights. If it's under 6 hours, save your money. Grab a lounge pass instead and enjoy the peace and calm and the little perks before the flight. 2, Overnight hotels for layovers. Clean and safe, close to the airport. That's all you need when you're just there for sleep. 3. Boutique hotels over the big brands. You're going to often find better service, better locations, more charm, and for less to the same amount of money. A small group tour instead of a private one. Not everything needs to be VIP. A thoughtfully chosen small group tour can actually be perfect intro into a city and a really smart save. Your schedule. Don't prepay for tours every day. Give yourself space to wander. Luxury is often found in breathing room. So cruise packages, worth it or not? All-inclusive cruise packages can sound really tempting. But here's the truth from somebody who cruises 3 or 4 times a year. Most of them, not worth it. You're paying upfront for more than you're actually going to use. Unless you're drinking specialty coffee and cocktails all day, every day, nonstop. Wi-Fi packages are usually very basic and frustrating. The gratuities, sometimes they're included in the packages, sometimes they're not. But that being said, here's the big exception. If you are cruising with Princess Cruise Lines, the Princess Plus package is always going to be great, big, gigantic yes from me. It covers all your gratuities. It gives you unlimited premium Wi-Fi. All the drinks, coffee, cocktails, juices, you name it. Even my husband, who is not a cocktail guy, agrees it's totally worth it. Which honestly works out really great because I'm very much a cocktail girl. So, it's a win-win. But Princess Plus is definitely worth its weight in gold. So now I'm going to tell you the story that you need to hear. And it's when saving goes wrong. So this is a real story. These are friends. It's a family of 4. And they're also the most amazing clients. They were going to a high-end resort. Gorgeous property. They said, Dianna, we're not leaving the resort. We don't need excursions. We don't need adventures. So we're going to skip the full insurance. Our credit card has some medical coverage. I warned them, but they were firm. Instead, for some odd reason, they were laser focused on having full cell data for everyone in the family, which on a resort that had Wi-Fi throughout the whole thing, they did not need. They paid $10 per person per day for roaming. That's $40 a day. For what? Wi-Fi was available across the resort for free. But here's the kicker. Halfway through the trip, their son fell and he broke his arm badly. And he needed surgery immediately. The resort staff did the right thing. They called an ambulance. They got him to the hospital. They got him treatment. But here's the kicker. Because they didn't call the credit card insurance line before the ambulance was dispatched, they're still at war with their credit card company because the entire bill was denied. Out-of-network treatment, no pre-approval, no coverage. The end result? They had to have family members send them thousands of dollars out of pocket. All because they saved a few $100 on getting the Manulife Premium Protection Plan and blew it on mobile data that they never actually used. Moral of the story, travel insurance should always be non-negotiable. If you're traveling outside your province or your country, get proper coverage. Emergency medical is not something to play with. You want coverage where there's a real person to call 24/7. You don't need to jump through 18 hoops to get help. You're covered for the things that actually happen when life throws you a curveball. This is not a scare tactic. It is a reality. And I'd rather you be annoyed that you didn't use your insurance rather than devastated because you needed it and you didn't have it. Manulife Premium Protection Plan. It is literally the only thing you need on a vacation. So here's your style for travel cheat sheet. Splurge on what elevates your experience, what protects your peace, and what is going to create unforgettable moments. Save on what's going to matter in the long run, what you're not going to use, and anything that sounds fancy, but doesn't really feel like you. So if you're thinking about your next trip, let's style it smart. Hit the link in the show notes and book your free styled travel consultation. And we'll make it a stunning, seamless, stress-free experience. And it'll help make sure you're investing where it counts. So closing thoughts, or, well, you want to know what we're doing next week on Styled for Travel? I'm going to share some behind the scenes moments from my own travel life, the wins, the flops, and the stories you're definitely going to want to hear. So, see you then.